And what we're going through right now is really nothing compared to what they went through back in the years, straight after the wars and whatnot. Actually, when we came back, we marched through Adelaide, and we were treated pretty badly going through Adelaide through the locals, because things got out of hand a bit, and we're the baby killers and that sort of thing. That sort of passed over the years, and now it's been accepted differently. And at one stage, we weren't allowed into RSL clubs and that sort of thing. They wouldn't accept us because what we went through was different, they reckon. Now we're probably the oldest survivors that go to the RSLs now. So, yeah, I was called up in 1968 and in April, and did 3 months of corps training, 3 months recruit corps training again, yeah. And then I went to Canungra, which is Army Jungle Training, and in December shipped off to Vietnam. I was married at the time, and Heather was pregnant. The day I arrived in Vietnam was the day my son was born, so I never saw him till he was 13 months old. I didn't probably know at least 3 months after I arrived in Vietnam if I had a boy or a girl, or if everything had gone all right. It took that long to get through that. In Vietnam we'd sort of go out 6 weeks at a time, no shower, no sort of, and at night time, if it's in the wet season, there's 2 seasons, a wet season and a dry season. The wet season was very wet, and you had to dig a little foxhole wherever you camped that night in case you came under attack, and often you had to roll into that full of mud, and that's where you were for the rest of the trip then, because no change of clothes for the 6 weeks. It was very dangerous. A lot of our work was search and destroy. We sort of mainly ambushed and things like that. Yeah. We'd go out for 6 weeks, come back for 2 weeks, and go out again. Helicopters, we dropped in and picked up by helicopters. And on each one we'd always have contacts, so either with the Viet Cong or NVA, which is that North Vietnam Army, and they were the worst. They were fully trained, where the Viet Cong were local hillbilly sort of thing. Yeah, well, the NVA were very well trained and very well armoured. They had the AK-47s, which Russia was supplying, and that sort of thing. I think you've got to reflect on. I reflect back on my time and the guys that with me that never came back, and there was a few of those. And past wars, the ones that they went through, and sort of, you think back on all that. To me, I do. Yeah, and it's been very tough. Yeah. So as well as sort of I suppose you're not celebrating the day, but you're thinking back on it, and to me, it's a great thing. Well, Heather and I are usually up early, and we'll go to the dawn parade, and from there we'll continue on to the RSL, and usually sort of Jane and the rest of the crew turn up, and we'll spend all day there actually.
We've been friends for a very long time, and to me, us getting together on Anzac Day, I can't wait to get to the RSL, and we play 2-up and we drink lots of beer, and it's just a really special day, and I feel privileged to know someone who is a vet and honour him as much as I can. And I'm coming tomorrow to stand on the street 1.5 metres away from Ted.
I think there'll be more people sort of out on the front street in front of their houses tomorrow than what there's ever been at a dawn parade or anything. It's just a pity they couldn't be together.
But yeah, he's a very special person who made a difference in my life, so I feel very proud to honour him.
And I think it's huge. You talk to people anywhere now, and they're all sort of saying, yes, they're out the front at 6 o'clock. So
there's no excuse, really.
No, there's not.